Marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. The 20, 10, touchdown Titans. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. His first carry, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Kaepernick.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Kaepernick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off play action, Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run with Hines. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Hines.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Looking for Campbell downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. He's crossing. He's
To throw is Tannehill. Man open, it's Goodwin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Trying to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Deep ball for Goodwin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Titans. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. offense at the line and set to go. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. 7 yards, the pickup there. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year, with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And here's Rodgers to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Parkey with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Rodgers on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now Kaepernick to try again here after the pick six. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, watch the leg. Monday. Watch the whip.
To throw is Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Second down and 8.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. That ball caught by Campbell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Right there, you look, 55. Check right. Check 99. Check 90. Easy. Hey, 91. 55 is my guy, 55.
To throw, Kaepernick.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The former Steeler Bud Dupree in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Mike 54. Mike 54. 91.
Kaepernick going to throw. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second down, another run with Taylor. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Here's Kaepernick. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. They'll run here with Taylor.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still...
And got his man complete.
Ooh, he's running.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Marquise Goodwin. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. To throw, it's Kaepernick.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Wide, get wide. Kill. 54 is much.
To throw, Kaepernick. And now here is another interception. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm here all day. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Walker with a grab, left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll run it again with Henry.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They snap it to Tannehill. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Throwing now, Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Tight right. Slam.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.